Hi Gemini, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for May 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Ascendant, and Gemini Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Also, at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from my velvet bag of gemstones, and my spirit guides will give you messages as to why that particular stone would be helpful and useful to you in the month of May. All that being said, Gemini, now on to your May 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here, Gemini, is the Nine of Swords. This could be grieving the loss of a love relationship. It could be you not feeling well, you worrying about somebody else not feeling well. It could be sleepless nights, migraine headaches, bad dreams. I do feel like you are going through some kind of emotional upheaval or turmoil. It's like, I feel like you've second guessed yourself too much, and you're kind of having like a backlash from that, or you're revisiting, I don't know, second guessing yourself somehow. You're revisiting that feeling. Some of you are feeling like you don't want to be treated in a way that you're being treated anymore. So you could be in a relationship that's not feeling happy for you. This could also be feeling like you're not getting treated right at work as well. You may even be concerned. Some of you may be concerned about something that's gone awry with a family member. You may also feel like you held up your end in a responsibility of something, but somebody close to you or connected to you didn't hold up their end of their responsibilities. And you may feel like you wanted communication skills to be better than what they are, or that you're revisiting or reviewing or getting upset about things that feel like old news. I feel like there's things around you. There could be family members that are like kind of making you feel a little bit out of sorts or off kilter for some of you. It's like, you know, we are going through Jupiter in retrograde from April 10th through August 11th. And I feel like some of this is reviewing things that have hurt you from the past. So you may have even noticed that happening in April. But I feel like for some of you Geminis, it's going on in May. It's either spilling over into May, or it's starting for you in May. I know some people were having that kind of feeling in April, so you may have had it in April and still somewhat in May. Some of you may feel like you're in some kind of rut, or you're forever trying to get ahead, or you're stuck in some kind of cycle that you feel like you either can't get ahead or you can't get out of it. But this would be dealing with your emotions. Some of you may actually not be feeling well this month. You may have chest congestion, bronchitis, or even the flu for some of you, or it could be allergies. But that also comes up. So some of you, that card doesn't usually come up for me about not feeling well, once in a while, but my guides are saying that, and it is a general reading, so that is coming up for some of you. Now, the next card you have is the Moon. So these two cards could be intertwined or not. The Moon is secrecy and deception and romance. Secrecy by itself, romance by itself, or it could also be your own psychic ability and your own intuition is heightened and increased at this time. It can also be illusion. There could be something that's like happening around you. Beware of things being an illusion. I do feel that you go out of your way for people, Gemini. A lot of you do. And I feel that you may be feeling like all the efforts you put forward to other people are not being reciprocated. Now, for some of you, it could be in love. For others of you, this could be in family situations or even in friends. But Usually this card would indicate to me love. Some of you may feel like you really put yourself out there emotionally for love, and that your hopes got dashed in love. Now, this could be a love relationship you're in right now, but this could also be a love relationship that you were in a long time ago, because one of the messages that came up in the Nine of Swords card was like reviewing like emotional upsetment or grieving loves or things that didn't work out relationship-wise from the past. So that could apply to the past as well. And I feel like you really want things to be clear and smooth sailing, especially in the area of love and relationships. And I feel that you just feel like for some reason it's not. Now, some of you Geminis may be totally happy and your love relationship is going swimmingly. So then these messages aren't applying to you, and you maybe would want to watch your rising sign or your moon sign this month of May. There may be somebody that you really feel like, why couldn't we get a handle on this relationship? Or why couldn't I get a grip on it? And why can't we or couldn't we be together? Maybe you're still intertwined with them, but there's contention here and you don't feel like you're not having the meeting of the minds or the meeting of the heart, or there's something like, but that's preventing it, or being stumbling blocks or getting in the way. But I'm going to tell you, some of you, this is about your past. Some of you, it is now. And I feel like you, at times in this relationship or one from the past, you had to really bite your tongue, hold your tongue. And you may feel like, I did everything right. I was doing everything right. Why didn't it work out? That energy swirls around you too. Some of you, if you're still intertwined with this person, you may feel like you want to start seeing someone new. If you're still involved, you may be like, you know what, this is enough of this. I can't get anywhere in this relationship. I want to see someone new. I do feel like you held out hopes, a lot of hopes, high hopes for a relationship that didn't come to fruition for you. Or it did, and then it just didn't work out. But again, I'm going to say, is this with you now, or is this in your past? It's hard to tell because it's a general reading. Now you have the Six of Swords next, and this is moving, a card of movement. Now, to me, this would be moving your residence or long distance travel, or it could be moving on to better shores, from darker, cloudy shores to better shores. I do see some of you, I feel like this is more like travel. I do see some of you going to see somebody at a distance. I do. Some of you, it could be more than one trip. I see some of you where you want to like look into, like, make sure, first of all, I get like three different things. One, I feel like you're going to visit a friend. The second thing I get is there's something you want to do in a trip where you want to go check on someone or something and make sure it's being handled properly. This could be somebody you love at a distance, that things are okay with them, that they're getting the right treatment or care if they're not well, or that they're just okay mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But some of you, it's like you want to go see a friend also comes up here. Some of you may actually be talking to realtors about moving, or moving in with a relative, or making some kind of move, because I do see some of you packing up or gathering your belongings. So maybe you've sold a house recently, or your lease is up on an apartment, and I don't know, because this is coming up in multiple ways. Your reading is confusing this month, right now, today. I don't know if the moon is void, of course, while I'm reading this. I should have checked, because sometimes that makes readings seem duplicitous, but I'm getting like you have so many possibilities in your reading. I feel like there's something you want to do because you can't get the focus you need to get, so you have to go somewhere to clear the air. Now, again, Is this clearing the air with someone? For some of you, it is. Like you're worried about somebody and you're lacking concentration and focus and you want to clear the air. For some of you, it could be clearing the air around you, clearing your mind. Maybe you feel like you're too bottled up, or things aren't making enough sense to you, or you have things you need to do, but your mind is elsewhere. So you have to clear your mind by going on a trip to see a friend, or to visit somebody you care about, that you're worried about, or to clear the air with that person. See, it's coming up in a variety of ways here for you, Gemini. I do feel like you're going to hold yourself back a little bit when you take this trip. You're not going to let them know everything you think and feel. Some of you may think you're going to do that, but I feel even if you have intention to go and clear the air, I do see you reserving something back. You may not clear the air totally on your end. There is this, I'm getting it again, over and over again. There is somebody you're going to want to go see and check on them. I really can't pinpoint. It's so hard to tell because some of you Geminis, I see this as a family member or a friend that you're concerned that they're getting the right help, the right care, or that they're okay mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. The other Geminis I see, there's somebody you care about or love. It may be a friend or a lover that's at a distance that you want to clear the air with them and see what's going on with them, what's happening with them. So I'm getting like a mixture of things. For some of you, I do see you gathering your belongings and thinking of moving. But I'm a little unclear, like, is the move happening in May? I don't really know, because I also get some of you Geminis will be talking to realtors or looking at places. So I don't know if the move is actually going to happen in May. So the next card you have here in the reading today, Gemini, for May 2019 is the Strength card. So this means you have to access your inner courage and inner strength, having strength and courage over adversity. It can also mean spiritual power over the material world. It can also be dealing with a Leo person or taming the savage beast in something, or in someone could be like, out of hand and you got to tame that beast. You're like asking yourself, I'm in a position, putting myself in a position of asking myself, what is it I need to do next? That's what I hear you thinking. In some ways, you have a lot of things under control in your life, but I feel that there's something like you want to point some kind of arrow in a direction and take it. And I feel like this is what you're doing. You're like, and what is it for you, Gemini? I don't know. What is the direction? Is it in a new love relationship? Is it moving? Is it to start a new business or to quit the job you're in and get a new job elsewhere? I'm not sure, but I see you like, I'm pondering, I'm thinking, what is the direction I want to take? Where do I want to point the arrow of where I want to go next? That comes up here with the Strength card for you. And I feel like you're going round and round in your mind, and in some ways, Gemini, you feel like too many things have gotten dumped on you and you don't like it. You're not happy about it. You may be feeling overburdened at work or at home, or like people are dumping too many responsibilities on you. Now, here you have the Two of Rods as your last card in the reading, and this is partnership. It could be a partnership in a business, partnership in romance. It could also be something you're creating and doing and presenting to the world. For Geminis to feel like they're scattered or having lack of focus, I find so unusual. And you do not have the Seven of Cups card here, but I do feel like you are a little scattered in your mind, in your thinking. You're not really sure a direction you want to go. There is some confusion here for you. I do feel that you are willing to help someone in some way, but that you cannot be tied down. And in what regard is this? Is somebody asking you to do something for them on a regular basis? I see you going, I'm willing to help you out, but you're not going to lock me into this particular situation. I see that for some of you. I see some of you Geminis may feel like you need to venture out into the world more. What is it? Business world, love world, or the world at large? I don't know, but I feel like you've been too, you've held yourself back in some way. I don't mean always. I just mean for a certain period of time, and now it's time to, broaden your horizons, branch out, get out into the world more. Yeah, it's like you have to train yourself, educate yourself, find yourself in a more, more purposeful direction. And I feel like you're going to seek counsel or advice from someone that can help you see things clearly. It could be an astrologer, a psychic, or if it's to do with maybe you need to talk to a psychologist or somebody spiritual advisor. I don't know, but I do get some of you are going to be asking or seeking advice so you can see things clearly. And it could also be in the sense of talking to an accountant, a lawyer. Maybe there's some things in those areas, or a real estate agent, that you need to see things clearly, or somebody that's dealing with banking and your finances. I feel like you're giving yourself permission to enjoy yourself and to treat yourself and to be more, I'm not saying you're not gregarious, outgoing, friendly, and fun. I feel like you are. But I feel that there's been something going on in your life somewhere inside of you that has made you hold yourself back in some way, and it's now time to for action, to start moving forward, to getting out there more, to enjoy yourself more, to not punish yourself as much, to not hold yourself back. And I feel like you're really going to be getting in tune with yourself more, with what your needs, wants, hopes, and desires are, and going to get very goal-oriented and focused and direction, and in a direction, and go to it. But I'm going to tell you, the trip to go visit somebody is going to help you a lot, because you have to clear whatever that is out, or get focused on it, or check on that person, or clear the air, or see that they're all right, or whatever that is. You have to really get that under control, out of your way, get that out of your way, so then you can move forward. But in the beginning of your reading, I find it odd, but you really seem to be held back by your past. Past hurts over a past love that didn't work out. Either it didn't come to fruition at all, or you were hurt in the love relationship. It could even be happening to you right now, but for some of you, I really feel like it's the past. So now I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from this bag of gems and see what my spirit guides say this gem is good for you for the month of May 2019 for Gemini. Oh, Gemini, you got a piece of my hair. And chrysocolla, charoite. You got charoite. This is a purple and black stone. So it's going to give you a sense of feeling secure. I feel there's some element in you that's driven up, especially because of the past memories and stuff that are making you, driving up insecurity in you, possibly in this month. Or maybe it was already happening in April. This stone, if you sleep with it under your pillow, you're going to start receiving a lot of messages from your guides, spirit guides, and angels in your dreams. Even deceased loved ones are going to come to you, or even if just throughout your day. But I really feel it would be very helpful to you in your sleep state. And this stone is actually going to help you push yourself. Interesting, because it did come up in this reading, you have to point the arrow, pick the direction, and go for it, but you have to make up your mind. This is a stone. I don't know I'd have to read up on it. I have many books on gems. I'm not going by book meanings. This is what my guides said this would do for Geminis. It's going to push you in some way, urge you to go forward. It's also going to help you release repressed feelings and emotions, which I feel like you need to clear emotions out as well. So this is interesting. and to look after yourself more and put yourself high on your list of priorities of self-care and, like helping you to care about your own well-being. And, they're saying tried and true ways of doing things are always good, but this card is also not only urging to push you somehow or to help push you, it's that saying tried and true ways have been good, but it's time for change. So that's why you got charoite. I'm finding it very interesting what the messages are on these gemstones. So hopefully these messages were of help to you, and hopefully they made sense. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get notified when you subscribe, hit that notification bell when you subscribe, and you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And Gemini, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of May 2019, the link is below to go to my Vimeo videos. It's below in the Show More section. You just click on that and it will take you there. And I have other videos you might be interested in that I've recorded recently. I did past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the very powerful and interesting Osha Zen tarot deck. I pulled one card for the past, one for the present, one for the future, and then an additional 3 cards using the same deck to expand on each of those 3 cards. That deck really deals a lot with, it did give predictions about the future, even out to 2021 in some regards, but it also talks about like feelings and emotions and things on a soul level. So you might find those readings interesting. Also, I did a special video recordings for each sign of the zodiac for Jupiter in retrograde, which started on April 10th and goes through until August 11th, 2019. And I did a psychic tarot reading for that using a new deck of cards to me called the Jane Lyle Renaissance Tarot deck. And I looked into my crystal for each sign of the zodiac on how your sun, also moon and rising sign, if you want to look into those too, will be affected by this Jupiter in retrograde. And in your reading, actually, it did come up where I feel like you are being affected by that with the Nine of Swords and the Moon card. I don't have my glasses on, so everything's blurry right now. So if you're interested in getting any of those readings, the crystal reading, the past, present, and future reading, or the Jupiter in retrograde reading, they're all links are below in the Show More section. And you can always get the links and go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Just go to the videos page, look for the heading of the video series you want, click on your sign. It'll take you to that video on Vimeo. And I looked the other day, I've been saying this in the videos, I was so surprised I didn't realize it. I started this ball rolling with Vimeo back in August of 2015. I started reading in June of 2014 on YouTube, but on 2015, I started the Vimeo videos, and I have over 1,300 videos available for download and purchase on Vimeo, all full of predictions and messages from my spirit guides in a whole variety of ways, in all different configurations, on very specific topics: love, finance, romance, spirit messages, animal totems, you name it, it's probably on there. And, so hopefully you'll find something there and check them out. I'd appreciate that if you do. And if you would like to get psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my Facebook page, The Lucky Mermaid LLC. You can also follow me on my other business Facebook page, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on Instagram at @TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. I post psychic predictions on all of those. I look into my crystal, I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, make little videos. You won't see any of those predictions here on YouTube, so you really might want to check them out. So I wish you an absolutely marvelous month of May, Gemini. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace. Happy May from me and Maxie Boy. He wanted to come up and give some love to his mother and all you great YouTubers out there. So happy May from me and Max.